problem with data is actually one that will handicap the ability for people to actually become successful with AI. The good part is that there's stuff to be done. There's quick wins you can achieve. You don't really need to implement a full blown transversal, super strategic digital transformation strategy. You could, but you don't need to, right? And the thing is that there's some specific things that you need to focus on to try not to get slowed down because all of these data problems or processes problems.
Hey, everybody, it's Fernando Labastida with another special edition of the Viral Genius podcast. This is the speaker preview edition for the Strike Marketing Summit, December 11th through 12th. I'm here with my good friend, Eduardo Ortiz, or Eduardo Ortiz Ramírez, as he's known in Mexico, the two last names. And Eduardo is a friend. He's also a client. And last year, we organized a summit for Eduardo's company called We Are the Robots. It was called the AI Smart Summit. It was a 3-day, 16-speaker summit. We got up to 904 registrants for the event, and it was a big success. And so we're going to give you a little preview about what Eduardo is going to talk about in terms of the summit, and also the topic of his talk, which is from digital transformation to intelligent reinvention. Eduardo, welcome to this interview today. So tell me a little bit about what was your experience last year when we did the AI Smart Summit?
Thanks, Fernando, for having me. It was a blast. It was 3 days fully packed of content, great speakers. The expectation was super, super high. Everyone was like trying to know what the deal was about having these online webinars and then registering and accessing and all the little, the need here and there, the little details. But it was great, and you were the host, actually. So you hosting that was actually a very, very good experience. On my side, I was very, very, very excited about having all these people come together and share ideas. The audience was engaging also with the speakers, with the presenter. So it was actually a blast. And my experience was like trying to build something from the ground up. The brand, the website, the mailing list, the mail sequence, the streaming. So yeah, it was a fabulous experience. We're doing another one this year. It's a shorter version, obviously, because we need to also focus and we need to target very specifically our customers. Because maybe the last time it was a little bit too broad, but I think it was good to position ourselves as experts and as specialists in that matter.
Right. You actually have become known now in Mexico as the AI smart guy, right?
Well, I luckily am one of the AI smart guys. I'm aiming to be at the top 3% of guys in Mexico, at least Mexico City, who are really into AI. So actually, they invite me to conferences, to fireside chats. They're looking me at my company also for consulting. So yeah, that's the idea, to position yourself as an expert in that niche, and then grow your experience around there, and then start going to workshops. And now they have offered me even some courses at the university. And I'm pretty sure that when I share with people that, oh yeah, and last year I had a summit, like a 3-day with 16 speakers, all about AI, they go like, oh, this guy is really into AI, So yeah,
Perfect.
I hope to be in the top for the following 10 years at least.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, Eduardo, that's fantastic. Now, your talk is from digital transformation to intelligent reinvention. We were talking offline before we hit record about the importance of, in today's marketing, right, where we use AI so much, it's become really an intricate part of a person's go-to-market strategy. A company really needs to have a solid background and infrastructure, clean data, and they need to have a really a structure that's optimized for AI if they want to go ahead and use AI for marketing, and before they really start bringing a lot of customers in, by putting on the gas for their marketing. So tell us a little bit about what your talk is about, from digital transformation to intelligent reinvention, and kind of tie it all together with the whole way the marketing is moving these days.
As a consultant, there's lots of different businesses or different departments in corporations that seek our advice and our experience in digital transformation. And I would say that the problem with data is actually one that will handicap the ability for people to actually become successful with AI. Um, the good part is that there's stuff to be done. There's quick wins you can achieve. You don't really need to implement a full blown transversal, super strategic digital transformation strategy. You could, but you don't need to, right? And the thing is that there's some specific things that you need to focus on to try not to get like slowed down, because all of these data problems or processes problems can actually, yeah, they can scale, and that they can scale fast. But if you focus your strategy in just those pain points, and then you took some practices from digital transformation, you can achieve this intelligent reinvention. That's kind of the concept. Because here's the deal, like large corporations, they have devoted like humongous sums of money in the last 10 to 15 years to digital transformation.
Hmm.
And most of the times, those kind of projects fail, even in large corporations,
Hmm.
because guess what? They focus on implementing cloud infrastructure, or moving from on-premise to the cloud, and then it becomes very technical. And then they need to update the systems because the old mainframe system doesn't work
In the cloud. Yeah.
in the cloud, and then
Right.
there's security also. So now they need to implement a new certification that takes years. And what's the problem? It's not the technology, it's the processes, it's the people, and it's the policies. And I could even say the politics. Take
Right.
note of that. And we will try to explain how um, to navigate that realm, because it's all about people. And I think our attendees with their agencies or their marketing departments will resonate with this, because they are every day they're expecting better results from technology. They need to update their processes to be more profitable, to achieve faster time to market, to have more interesting campaigns and all that stuff. But
Hmm.
if they don't have the people on board, the people from sales actually feeding quality data into the CRM,
Hmm.
then you can have like the most sophisticated AI solution or the most sophisticated data cloud platform. But if you don't have good data, and I'm always talking about this, like good quality data, then none of this will work. And then if you don't change people's mind, like people's minds from the beginning, to
Yeah.
actually really start updating their processes to focus on high quality data, it doesn't matter if you spend like thousands or millions of dollars in technology. And I think it
Hmm.
will be even a worse scenario if you like, you have a failed digital transformation project. And I'm not saying that digital transformation is not good at all, or something. That's not the idea. It's actually very good.
Hmm.
But it's very complex. And
Yeah.
I think that's the deal here. Like how to be more
Hmm.
intelligent with these very specific issues you can actually tackle, achieve those quick wins, and then start to move a little bit faster towards that goal, like strategic goal, or yes.
So, so the term intelligent reinvention, is this a new term that has come about within the last, couple of years, or like what? Tell us a little bit about intelligent reinvention.
Yeah, it's try to think outside of the box. Like you may have processes
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you can start by not implementing those processes into some AI-led tools or some cloud tools or cloud
Yeah.
solutions or platforms. You need to reinvent not the process itself, but the way the process is implemented in your company. Maybe you need
Mm-hmm.
to reinvent the company's culture.
Yeah.
You need to reinvent some people's mindset.
Right.
And guess what? The cool thing here is that we can use AI for that. We can use some agents, some assistants, some traditional ChatGPT stuff or Gemini stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can ask for like, hey, ChatGPT, I need to reinvent this process because it's not working. And then the AI will give you some insights on what can you do in your own company to
Mm-hmm.
start reinventing your processes instead of hiring some fancy digital transformation firm. And my company actually works into digital transformation projects,
Mm-hmm.
and they are so huge and so complicated that we need some we need to reinvent ourselves
Mm-hmm.
because technology is reinventing itself as we speak.
Yes.
These transformer architectures, that's the technical term behind the LLMs, and that's the technical term behind ChatGPT and all that stuff. It's like layered
Yeah.
all the way back. But that transformer architecture, it's called, transformer architecture for a reason. So you
Mm-hmm.
need to transform. They are transforming text, they're transforming ideas, they're transforming concepts. So that's more or less the reason we landed into that concept. Like, hey, customer, hey, client, hey, director, we need to kind of reinvent ourselves to be
Mm-hmm.
competitive in this age.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And I see this being extending all the way to, from your back end operations all the way to your marketing, kind of reinventing how you see yourself and how you portray yourself to the world. I think it's a concept it's a through line throughout the company that I think can companies can organize themselves through this reinvention concept, this reinvention mindset.
Totally. And there's some actually very large firms like Accenture or uh, BCG, Boston Consulting Group, they're actually using this term. Um, More or less 1 year ago, year and a half ago, they are thinking about this transformation in business and technology, powered by AI,
Yeah.
where we have AI first solutions, where we have companies that have their own LLMs working for them, where you need to upskill and reskill the people in your company. They need to reinvent the way they were working before.
Hmm.
Because now let's say like you can save like 5 to 6 hours a week by using some AI tool. In my case, by using Gamma, the slideshow AI tool, I'm like super productive because I write an outline, then I develop the outline into some ChatGPT or Cloud or whatever. Then I take that outline that's already converted into some interesting and rich content, because those tools are connected to my company's Google Drive.
Hmm.
So now I have a very rich content, and then I go into Gamma, I paste that stuff, and then boom, I have a beautiful presentation. And maybe I'm saving 6 to 8 hours a week instead of doing manual presentations like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. But try to imagine, Fernando, try to imagine that if I automated this process, like I just dictate the outline to an agent,
Right.
and then this agent in the background takes out the outline, converts it from speech to text, feeds the text into ChatGPT, takes the output, feeds it into Gamma, and then creates a presentation, and then sends me the link to my WhatsApp. And that's totally possible now, like November 2025. You
Hmm.
can do that. Maybe I really need to separate like 1 or 2 days of focused work, and
Hmm.
I can create my own slide creating agent. So if I'm saving that much time, how I'm going to reinvent myself? Like I need to learn a new skill. I need to how I'm going to use that time to spend more time with my family. And that's great. That's kind of the mindset we're talking about, like reinventing ourselves. And yeah, I'm very excited about AI. I really, really tend to maybe be overexcited because it's kind of living my childhood dream, right?
Yeah.
But I really think that and let's say I even have this, and you say, what's this? Well, while the presentation is being worked on by Gamma, I'm learning to play with this instrument. It's a synthesizer. It's it's a synth, a digital synth, and I'm trying to learn to play some music here. So
That's
I'm even
fantastic.
reinventing myself while the AI does the work for me
Hmm.
after I just said what I want, stated
Hmm.
clearly my objectives. I have like 10 years of information in that Google Drive. So
Hmm.
the AI knows better than me what happened in my company 5 years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fantastic. This is going to be such a great talk. And, this is teaser content. This is to get people interested in your talk, and they should come and really hear the full idea that you're going to talk about. It's going to be on December the 11th at 1 p.m. is when Eduardo's talk is 12 p.m. I mean, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Thursday, the 11th of December. Eduardo Ortiz Ramírez, CEO and founder of We Are the Robots, or for short, Water, WATR. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you on the 11th.
I'm super excited, Fernando. I hope everyone joins, and I hope they learn some interesting stuff. They start to gather these insights and begin this journey, this transformation, reinvention, and innovation journey. So welcome and see you very soon.
Perfect.